All right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 901. Oh my goodness, it is Monday, and it is Kona Catchphrase Monday. It is when we got those keywords. Keywords. Look, keywords is what you want. Keywords. You know why? Because it's key. That's why. No, honestly, look, I say this all the dang time. What are you more likely to remember? A full paragraph of words or just a few keywords and how they connect? What do you think? What do you think is going to be more helpful for you to pass an exam? And that's what we're going to show you tonight. We're going to show you, and not only that, we're going to challenge you to put in the chat what you think are those key words. What you think are those key words to getting a pass notice.
Those key words.
What are the key words to getting the right answer? We're going to test you on that tonight. We're going to put some questions up. We're going to have some answers up on the screen. Guys, well, what do I want to say? There's so many times people, you approach this studying like you approached it in high school or maybe even college, where you're memorizing a whole book, 485 pages of it, right? Like 1,000, I think you're doing the 65 or series 7. It's a lot. It's like War and Peace when it gets dropped on your desk, right? It's a lot of material. It's a lot of stuff. You know, not all of that's important, don't you? You know, most of that's not important. It helps when you know what to key in on, and that way your studying can be a lot easier. And we're here to do that for you. My name is Andy. I'm the guy that runs the back office over at KonaButterflyz. That's Brandy. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, 65, and her Series 7, which makes her more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know so that way you too can get a pass notice. And we're going to work on them keywords. This weekend, we had a great weekend. We had, did some Dodger baseball. I know some of you aren't Dodger fans, but I don't care. But we went and saw some Shohei Ohtani.
Yes.
It was pretty dang awesome. I'm going to lie. And then we had some good time with the family.
Yes.
And guys, and just zeroed in our business and just working it, guys. Wow. Anytime you can get the hours in on your business and just working it, it's an A+. That's what you got to do. There's too many average and normal people out there. You got to stand above it all. And getting the studying in over the weekend, guys, that's just going to put you above everybody else because everybody else treats it like a 9 to 5. They're done on Saturday and Sunday. They're resting. They're taking a break. They're easing up. You're pulling forward. There's been a great, I can't remember his name, but he ran the Iditarod up in Alaska, and he literally won it, I don't know, something like 3 times or maybe more than that. And every time they asked him, like, how did you win? He goes, I ran when everybody else slept. And if you don't know what the Iditarod is, it's the dog sledding race where they run it across Alaska and in the deep of winter and snow. And this guy would run his dogs in the middle of the night, and he would just run when everybody else was sleeping. And he ran harder. Guys, sometimes that's the edge that you need. Like tonight, we're going to teach you those test-taking techniques. Look, everybody else is doing content. Everybody else is just memorizing stuff or a regurgitation from somebody else's book they didn't even write. They're doing cram courses over the weekend and just shoving more stuff down your throat, but they're not giving you no test-taking techniques. They're not giving you no keywords. They're not giving you any of that stuff. Guys, we got that available for you. If you want to join in tomorrow, we've got a great one for if you're studying the SIE, because we got the Kona Academy starting tomorrow. It is a 4-week program, 3 weeks of just content. And then Brandy also throws in throughout the week, we have all member sessions where we teach you how to study. We give you those test-taking techniques on Mondays and Fridays. Tuesdays through Friday, we give you content as well. Guys, it all starts tomorrow. So if you haven't joined up yet, it's the time's now. The time is now. And get your study guide. We do have plans where it comes with the study guide and small group tutoring, which means we meet up on Thursdays for this month. And we give you those hours where you could just ask questions, get answers. Guys, get that extra edge that you need. Plus, we have the study guides that follow along, give you those keywords, all the emboldened stuff you would have had to look for in all the other books. Guess what? We have it already done and set aside. Instead of reading 489 pages, we got a 100-page study guide. All you got to do is check it out. We just got to scan the QR code, hit the links in the chat. We got an Instagram. We got Telegrams. We got all kinds of stuff going on, guys. And we also have the 21-day plan, which you can do at any time. So if you can't join in on a certain class or on that class for the academy, doesn't matter. The 21-day plan, you can do that anywhere. Goes with you, travels with you, and you just get that thing done.
Yep.
951-290-3077. Give it a call or a text. We got the academy. We got the guided plans. We got it all. All you got to do is scan the QR code, hit the text, and hit the Links in the chat.
Yes.
Ready. Reminder about that academy starting tomorrow. This is the only this is a live session that we'll be having tomorrow, right? The SIE Academy. And then what do we have to the rest of the day? We're supposed to be the 6th, but
the Series 6 at 11:30 a.m.
Yeah, and we'll have the Series 6 as well.
Yes.
Tomorrow our kid does track, so we'll be at the track watching our kid race again.
Yes.
Parents, that's why you work on your own business, right? Yes. Be there for the kids on their moment.
2 more Tuesdays.
So she's apparently turning into the track star.
Yes, she is.
Yay for me. More gym time in the off seasons.
Yep.
Tuesdays through Tuesday through Friday, like I said. So it all starts tomorrow. So make sure to get in on that. I know it says May 6th. That's because we started our all members today with how to study, how to do the test taking techniques, how to do it. I mean, literally, we had someone on there like, okay, I realized I did everything wrong. I'm going to start over. I did everything wrong. I did everything that you guys said that you shouldn't do. That's what I've been doing. And my scores look like it. Guys, and that's sometimes the brutal truth. Like, we think we know how we want to do it, but we're not doing it the right way. And it's good to have someone to help you out, and that's what we try to do through all our live sessions and the academy, right?
Absolutely.
All right, you ready to go?
Yes.
All right, guys, we're just going to jump right into it. Kona Catchphrase. Remember, this is the Studying Brew. This is our 30 minutes of free. This is just our samples. We have replays on YouTube, and if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe, hit the links, and get those notifications. Let's get some YouTube money going our way, right? We got some Studying Brew. Tonight we're going to look for those keywords. We're going to look through some quizzes. I'm going to read. We always do answers first. And some people go, why do you always do answers first? That's not the way I've been doing it. That's not how my teacher in 5th grade, good old Miss Painter in 5th grade, taught me how to fill in my scantrons. She said, read the question thoroughly and then read your answer choices and then pick the one that best fits. Guys, that ain't working on these. That ain't working, because I'll tell you why. If you are a 7-time, 8-time, 9-time question reader, and then you get down to the answers and you're like, wait a minute, what's the question again? The clock is ticking. The clock is ticking. So we're showing you how to read the answers first. Why? So that way you read the question with intent, and then it helps you shorten that time up, because now you know what you're looking for as you read the question. Sometimes you don't even need to read the question. It's bananas.
Yep.
So we're going to look for those keywords. We're looking for opposites. We're looking for similars. We're looking for answers that maybe start the same. Maybe there's something different. Maybe we're looking for the except. We're looking for all that stuff. So whatever it is, it might not even be securities related keywords.
Exactly.
It might be the vibe of the answers. What? Did you just say the vibe?
Yes,
it might be the vibe of the answers. It all matters. They're all clues. They're all breadcrumbs leading you to the right answer. And we want to know and see if you guys can line up with it. This is truly if you're on the right track of really reading these answers, questions and answers. Because let me tell you, brothers and sisters, you go and do these Q banks, and then you go into the real exam, and you're like, wait a minute, this looks like nothing I studied. These look like nothing like the questions that I saw in my Q banks. What is going on here? What in the Windows 95 am I looking at? And I only say Windows 95 because that's exactly what they use on these.
I swear they do.
Man, they really dig up some old software. But anyways, you're over there with your corded mouse and your corded keyboard, and you're just trying to figure it out the best you can in your exam on that old screen.
That 13-inch monitor.
That 13-inch monitor that's barely, just out of the black and green era. Y'all know, if you've been old enough, you know what I'm talking about.
But it is flat. Well, it's not
kinda. It's flattish.
It's not like it's not like TVs.
It's flattish.
Yeah.
And you're just like, man, I wonder what the heck. And this is for those moments where you just really start to examine those questions and you pick them apart because the keywords don't change.
Yep.
So let's go for it. Oh, we're doing a keywords on a Roman numeral. Okay, this is a little difficult. Or I want to say difficult. This is a little different than normal, but we do want to make some what we call observations. And if you haven't joined us for our paid program, which is available on Patreon, check us out, scan the QR code. We talk about observation as being one of the key things. So what do we see as key observations here? I'm not even bother reading it, right?
No.
Some of you already noticed that 1 or 2 or 1 and 2.
Oh, because of this and this and that. No.
There's two in yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not even gonna probably go that far, to be honest with you guys. I would just look. It's like 2 and 2 and 4 and 4. That's what it is. But pick two.
And it's a pick two situation.
Pick two.
All right, let's go with it.
Pick two. All right. So we're gonna look at the question first.
Well, why are we doing Roman numerals tonight?
Because somebody said that they're on the SIE.
All right. As it's related to FINRA Rule 2210, which of the following are true? Okay, well, what are we looking for? I know you guys are like, what's the rest of the question? No, we got to kind of get some clues from this, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are we looking at here? So we're looking for something that's true. What is true?
Perfect.
We want to write that on our scrap paper when you're taking this. Guys, when you're doing Roman numerals, the key thing is you want to keep little clues. We call it mapping it out. So now as we read it, we're going to look for something that's true. Right?
Yep. You guys ready? It's a lot of words, I know.
This is a lot, Brandy.
So what I would do when I see a lot of words like this, I read like this. I kind of take these words and I go here and then I go here. Does that make sense? So I don't really pay attention to anything in the middle.
Well, everything in the middle on this is all the same.
Yeah. So I would just read down the line, the first like two or three words.
Okay. Well, we have established firms are generally, first year firms are generally, and then we have established firms are generally, and then we have another first year firms are generally.
Okay.
So then the last part is 10 days prior to first use. Then we have 10 days prior to first use. Those are same. 10 days of first use. So we're now 10 days of, right? Mm-hmm. And then 10 days of first use. So we have 2 priors, 2 10 days of.
Right. So now what I'm going to do, guys, is this is how I would break this down. If I'm established, do I need to go 10 days before? Or if I'm a first year, do I need to do 10 days before? If you had a new employee versus an established employee, would you want to see something 10 days before?
What am I looking at?
Who cares?
Well, I want to see.
We don't care.
We're like,
I'm just saying, if you had a new employee versus an established employee, would you want to see their work before?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, definitely depends on what they're doing.
Okay, so look, let's just go with that. So
if you're like, if I'm hiring you as a surgeon, yeah, I want to see what your work was before.
So first year, 10 days before.
Yeah.
So then that means that the established firm would be 10 days after.
Yeah.
Right? So that's 2 and 3.
Yeah.
So that's 2 and 3.
Yeah.
That's 2 and 3. Nothing else mattered, guys.
But we didn't remember what Rule 2210 was.
Don't care.
Do you see how the common sense applies here?
Keep it simple.
It's just common sense.
Yeah.
Just looking at what is important.
And then I related it to something.
Or as I like to say, the keywords.
Yes. And I related it to something super outside of securities.
Well, for my sake, I hope this is a little bit easier as we go.
This is the hardest.
For me to read anyway.
I know. Sorry. I always forget on Mondays that you're reading. Sorry. Mm-hmm.
Purchase a bond fund. Purchase an inverse bond fund ETF. Purchase the S&P 500 inverse ETF. Purchase puts on each holding in the portfolio. Why do I feel like the vibe is like a downward? Because there's a puts and there's inverse. Like I made a mistake. I need to go backwards on this. And then bonds always has that vibe of like I'm doing it for safety.
Oh, wait, this has a number in it.
And that one has a number. The S&P 500 too.
Okay. Okay. You ready for the question?
I don't know. Are they? Did they put any clues in there? Or are you not even caring?
No, they put clues in there.
Just checking.
Everything that I circled, right?
Just I don't know.
Yeah, everything I circled. Okay, you guys ready?
An investor who is long a large portfolio of large cap common stocks would most likely execute which of the following to protect the portfolio with a market correction? Oh, so I'm kind of right. An investor who is a large portfolio of large cap common stocks would most likely execute which of the following to protect the portfolio from market correction? Protect, yes. Market correction?
Yes, that's not calls. That's just purchasing an option. But good, good, good. Guys, you're missing a huge keyword here. Huge keyword. You guys
Long.
have been saying protect. That's not the word.
Long.
There you go. Market correction.
Oh, I said that.
No, you said that.
Oh, they didn't say
They
that.
didn't say that.
Yeah, I said that.
All right. So market correction. You guys already mentioned that that B has 500, a number in it. Don't we know that look, I don't normally talk about content on Mondays, but look, if you guys are studying any type of securities, you guys know that the S&P 500 is the market, right?
These sound like 65 questions, by the way.
Nope.
I know they're not, but I'm saying it sounds like it.
Sounds like it, but it's not. So both on the similar, then on the number, then on the connection market S&P 500. So two techniques and a two techniques and a boom, boom.
Yeah. So if you're brand new, what we mean by similar, they both ended similarly in those answers, didn't they? They both ended with ETF. Even if you don't even know what the heck's going on, they both ended with the 3 letters ETF. Can you see that? And B had a number in it.
Yes.
And you're like, but I want to know why. That's not what we're here tonight for.
No, we're not doing content.
I could go into the content, but you know what? This is where we're teaching you the techniques and how to read these questions so you could get a little bit of an edge. Because sometimes, guys, you might know a little bit of this content and you might have been teeter-tottering on like, oh, I think it's this. Ooh, I think it's that. This is where it can help you really dig into it and link into it. And you're like, okay, I know it's going to be B.
Exactly. By the way, this is a different Q bank.
I could tell by the fonts.
Yes, I'm not digging.
Sell short, overvalued common stock, buy junk bond, buy index options, buy shares of another mutual fund.
Oops. You're right. This is different, right?
And that one's a sell.
Okay.
By the way, we like to say shout out to the Beltran hierarchy. It was nice seeing y'all on Saturday. Thank you for having us.
So 3 buys, 1. Yes, thank you guys. 3 buys, 1 sell. Probably this is the answer, right?
Mm-hmm. A mutual fund may do all of the following except.
Look, it's not bold and in italics, so they're not seeing it.
Yeah, they're not seeing it. Except, thank you. And we got a wow. Because you know why?
Why?
Because it's that.
Is that the answer?
It is.
Yep.
Mutual funds, they don't sell short overhauled common stock.
No, man. You can't do that in a mutual fund.
Nah, you ain't that cool.
That's a hedge fund thing.
Yeah, they don't do that.
Yep. That's good, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I always link selling short to hedge funds.
Yeah, that's how you should.
Oh, thank you.
That is how you should.
901 episodes. Capital risk, market risk, credit risk, reinvestment risk. Someone sent me a message about this on Telegrams.
Oh.
And how they see credit risk.
How do they see it?
I don't remember word for word. But they were like thinking small businesses. They always think of credit risk.
I like how they zeroed in on that B and D start with C.
Yeah, that's great.
I like that. This is the whole thing, right?
Market is the whole thing.
As we learned in a previous question.
We are part of this is all part of a big market.
Yes.
The whole matrix.
Back into, or I like to say either again or like what was put in the chat, back into.
Yeah, and credit risk is like,
Again. See, yep. Credit is, I don't know, I think a debt.
I think a debt. Are they going to make the payment?
Right.
You loan somebody money on credit and are they going to make the payment back? Capital is the risk of no money. Yeah.
Defaults and then money, right?
Yeah.
And you said specifically no money.
Well, if it's a risk, yeah. Okay. There's a risk there might be no money.
I like it.
Which kind of risk is involved if the investor may lose part or all of his investment?
This one should be easy.
Which kind of risk is involved if the investor may lose part or all of his investment? May lose part of all or all
Guys.
or all or all.
Yeah. I got the or all.
All.
No.
Whole.
No.
No.
Guys. That's the market is not his investment.
No, we can't invest in the whole
Money.
market. It's money. You got no money, honey.
His investment. That's good. That's a good connection right there. Lose part or all of his investment. That's not the whole market. That's just him. Just him.
Yep.
Just him.
How in the world did you miss that? Because you're not thinking. Going too fast. I know they're rolling their eyes at me. I was like, I know I wasn't thinking. Thank you.
You told us not to think. Hey,
I know.
Hey, you gotta
think a little bit. The communication is being sent to 25 or more customers in a 30-day period. There are no exemptions. FINRA members must always file retail communications with the department. If another FINRA member has already filed the communication and received confirmation that it meets all acceptable FINRA standards, if a registered principal has approved the communication and placed a copy in the firm's internal file.
Can you see again?
If another FINRA member has already filed the communication and received communication confirmation that it meets all acceptable FINRA standards. If another FINRA member has already filed the communication and received confirmation, why wouldn't they do it again? Why would they do it again?
I don't know, but that's a good point.
A FINRA member firm is exempt from filing retail communications with the department in which of the following situations? Exempt. Isn't exempt mean they don't have to do it? Or
Yes. And there's the connection. If they had already done it.
if it's already done, you don't need to do it, so you're exempt from doing it again.
Like the question before the question the question asked before the question was seen was why would they do it again? Right?
The three other answers, by the way, all seem legit.
Yeah.
They all seem what I call reasonable. C seemed unreasonable.
Yes. Well, it seemed like, somebody already did it, so why are we doing it again?
A house painter has already painted the house. In which situation, which the house is already painted, why would the painter paint it again?
Exactly. And the thing, guys, that should have been the shoe in, that C was the correct answer, was because it said received confirmation that it meets all acceptable FINRA standards. Like, it told you it's already been filed and it met the standards.
Like, there's no problems with the paperwork.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I forgot to read.
The RR is given the authority to determine the asset. The RR is given the authority to pay for the customer's trades at other firms. The RR is given the authority to determine the quantity of the securities traded. The RR is given the authority to decide whether to buy or sell.
Cross out the first 5 words.
So we got decide, determine, pay, and determine. 2 determines, decide, and pay.
Okay. Somebody literally put like 3 question marks on pay. Finish that statement.
Pay for customers' trades at other firms. Why? Why do you have to? Is that a penalty?
Like that. There's so many things wrong with that statement.
It looks bad. If a customer opened a standard discretionary account at a broker dealer, all the following are true except I don't know about y'all, but but I would look for that true accept.
Exactly.
The one that makes no dang sense at all. The firm's all out of the goodness of our heart because it's a helpful Honda day. We're gonna go ahead and pay for that trade over there.
Like, I mean, there's so many things. Like, yeah, exactly. No way are you buying trades for other firms. That would literally be like, I authorize Andy to go to firm B and I'll just pay for his trades over there.
Hi, I'm a dealer over at Honda, and I noticed we don't have a car for you, so I'm gonna go over to Toyota and go get you one.
It- what?
Hey, don't pull out your pocketbook. I didn't have the one you wanted, so I'm gonna pay for it.
Like, so many what's?
You like a Camry?
Yeah.
I got you. I got it.
Yes. Decide and determine are kind of the same. Exactly. And pay is way different. See?
See, y'all, what I'm trying to say is these look like very difficult questions. They look like very confusing answers. Some would say, I don't know how to keep it straight. Guys, sometimes the answer is just look at what it's just common sense.
And honestly, the blue
It's just keywords.
is all you needed to know. Really?
It's just keywords. As soon as you saw pay up there, I'm sure John went, what? Pay what? Right?
Huh?
I mean, I know how John is. He's automatically looking if someone tells him to pay. He's all, what? Okay, what am I paying for?
Exactly.
Wait a minute.
Hold up.
As all of us do, right? And if
Oh,
you're not that person who goes, why am I paying for something? You
add
probably
another
should
firm.
slow down and check that out.
Yes.
Don't automatically start paying for stuff. Find out why, right? All right, everybody. That's what we have. Tomorrow we have the Academy. Brandy's going to be going over framework tomorrow.
Yes.
Framework.
I'm going over that dreaded last area first while
And
I still have your focus.
yeah, and if you've been studying in other programs, you're like, isn't framework the last of it? Yes, it is. Do you know why we go first with it? Because most of you ignore it when you're studying because you guys always go front to back. We're going back to front. And guess where most people don't pass the exam? The framework area because they skip out and they don't even look at it.
Exactly.
I'm so confused by options, Brandy.
Yeah.
And then they get to the question or the exam and they only have one option question. They spent 3 weeks I spent on options.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you studied the wrong area. All right, everybody. Tomorrow we're gonna have the Academy. We're gonna have the Studying Brew, same bat time, same bat channel. Tomorrow we'll be back with test taking techniques Tuesday. We can't wait to see you all there. But before that, you gotta stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. And keep that positive mental attitude. PMA. Everybody have a great night.
Thank you guys so much for being on. We super appreciate you guys. Practice the Kona catchphrase in your quizzes. I promise it'll give you that extra edge. We will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one.